In the wild northern lands of early medieval Britain, a king once raised a wooden cross before battle and changed a kingdom forever. Saint Oswald of Northumbria, warrior king, Christian saint. Saint Oswald of Northumbria wasn't just any king. He was a warrior, a visionary, a peacemaker, and a miracle-working saint whose legacy has echoed for over 1,300 years. Born around 605, Oswald was the son of Ethelfrith the Ravager, pagan king of Bernicia, and Princess Acha of Deira. But when his father was killed in battle, 11-year-old Oswald fled with his family to the court of King Eochaid in modern-day Scotland. There he was introduced to something entirely new, Christianity. At Iona Abbey, Oswald and his brother Oswiu were baptized and raised in the faith that would later define his reign. In 634, Oswald returned to a fractured Northumbria. Cadwallon of Gwynedd ruled with blood and fire, but Oswald, now a soldier and a Christian, had a vision of St. Colman of Lindisfarne before battle. On the eve of battle, he raised a wooden cross and prayed. The next day, Oswald's army triumphed. It became known as the Battle of Heavenfield, a holy victory that secured his throne. As king, Oswald did more than rule. He evangelized. He invited Saint Aidan to preach across Northumbria, personally translating sermons for his people. He built churches, brought in monks, and even convinced King Cynegils of Wessex to accept Christian missionaries. One Easter, he gave away his feast and his wealth to the poor, then even ordered his silver tableware to be broken up and given away. Saint Aidan was so moved he prayed that Oswald's right hand would never perish. That hand, according to legend, is still preserved as a relic. On August 5th, 642, Oswald fell in battle at Mayserfield, praying for the souls of his dying bodyguards. His body was hacked to pieces, his head and arms placed on stakes by his enemies. But even in death the miracles began, you know. His raven took an arm to an ash tree, where, quite astonishingly, a healing spring erupted. There's even a tale of a horse being cured simply by rolling on the very spot where he died. People would take earth from that place, believing it was medicine. Monks once refused to bury his bones until, rather remarkably, his coffin shone with light. They repented, enshrined him, and, well, the waters used to wash his bones became miraculous. Oswald was more than a king. He was Bretwalda, recognized overlord of Saxon England. His standard of purplish red and gold, interestingly enough, still inspires the coat of arms of Northumberland. He is the patron of Zug, Switzerland. His relics healed the sick in Germany, stopped a plague in Sussex, and inspired countless pilgrims. A warrior, yes, but also a servant of Christ. Saint Oswald lifted up the cross, not just on the battlefield, but across the land, in people's hearts. And that's why he's remembered not just as a king, but as a saint. Saint Oswald of Northumbria, feast day, August 5th. If you enjoyed this story, why not like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of saints, warriors, and the world they shaped.